Hey,
Hey, welcome back
to the Wannabe Friends podcast.
I'm Sarah,
And I'm Elyse.
and here we are.
It's been a minute.
It's been a hot minute. So thanks, guys, for hanging in with us as we put our life back together real quick.
Yeah, just put some...
We just had to pivot a few things.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
But we're back.
But we're back, and here we are. And I think this episode we're going to have a little bit more fun than we have had the last few conversations. Some of them have been pretty deep and a little introspective.
Yeah.
I don't know, for me personally, but I don't know about you guys, but I hope it helped you guys ask some questions and maybe reach out to a friend or someone that, maybe share, like, I've had some of these hard feelings too.
Yeah, it's been some good conversations.
Yeah, it's been really good.
But a little more shallow. A little more on the shallow end. We are doing
more fun today.
We're going to do a fun do the kids call it Q&A or questions and answers, or I mean, what do we
Q&A sounds great.
Q&A, because I think like Q&A, like it just goes together.
Yeah.
Q&A. We're gonna do some questions and answers. So I finally, I think that we talked before about going to Chat GPT for some help with our name, the name of our podcast,
it was
right?
not helpful,
and they were terrible. Like they, as if it's a person. It was horrible, and it did not give us anything good.
That was it. Divine dialogue.
Divine dialogue.
It's like, what?
But today I decided to try it again when I was trying to get our questions for this, and it did not disappoint this time. So we got some fun questions to go over. I was so surprised when it like just spit this out, because I was expecting some like secret sisters or something. I don't know.
Secret sisters.
Whatever it was that it gave us divine dialogues. I don't know.
Oh, so bad.
So we're just gonna jump in here.
Into it.
The first question: what was your first impression of each other? I'm just gonna let you lead on this one.
Oh no.
What was your first impression of me, Sarah?
Well, first we gotta think way back. Way back. My first impression. My first impression was I just remember always just seeing you dart back and forth, getting the girls and leaving. Yeah. And I can be like, I wish I could be like you. I am stuck here.
I wish I could leave.
I have to pastor these people. No. I remember just like taking pictures of people as they're coming and going, that in between services, and I always just see you dart out of the sanctuary into kids' rooms, and then you were like gone. And I just remember that one picture I took specifically, you holding little baby Nora, and you're looking at Tim with like the biggest eyes ever, and you're just like, why is this guy talking to me right now?
Yep, I still think I look at him like that whenever he talks to me.
I think so too.
All right, so for me, I just thought like, oh, I want to be her friend. She seems so nice. She's quiet. She's a lurker. She's like over in the corner somewhere. If it's dark,
literally
in a corner, that's where she can be found. Those are my people.
Yeah.
So that was, I just definitely wanted to.
Precious thing.
I'm like, she needs a friend. I need a friend. Let's be friends.
So if you're looking for a friend, just look in those dark corners.
Look in the dark corners. That's what I vote for all the way.
The lurkers.
Check out the corner. So you go with number 2.
Okay. So number 2, foodie fun. If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
A meal.
A whole meal.
I'm going to have to say mellow mushroom pizza. If you haven't had mellow mushroom, you are missing out. They have the best pizza.
It's so long. Now the bruschetta is what we go for.
I've never had I love bruschetta. I've never had theirs.
Literally, that's what we do on vacation. If we are on vacation, especially like Gatlinburg area, that's like the first thing we do is go to mellow mushroom and get the bruschetta and the pretzels.
The pretzels.
I don't think we've ever had a pizza, actually.
Like, I will fight you for the pretzels. I don't care who you
So
are.
good.
If you're my grandma, I'm going to fight you for the pretzels. They have like pretzels and a cheese sauce, and it is so good. And then their pizzas are so good. Yeah. So that's like my birthday dinner. Anytime we go out for my birthday, I want to go to Mellow Mushroom. There's one in Westchester. If you've never been, you need to go down and spend the day at IKEA and then go over.
See, I can't do it. It has to be a vacation thing. Like
dinner.
that is like the place we go to on vacation.
No. I mean, yes.
She said no.
Actually, we were on vacation. We were in Panama City Beach the first time we ever tried it.
Oh, really?
I didn't realize it was around here.
Yeah. I mean, it's not close to here, but
yeah. But I mean, anytime we go to, like, if we go to the Westchester area, which we go fairly frequently, we don't get it every time because if we went every time, then it would just not be a treat. But I love me some mellow mushroom.
Okay, some mellow mushroom.
What about
pizza. You? See, this is hard because I am a foodie. I love so much.
But we're making you like.
But choose. Like, if I had like a hot pick right now, it would be mashed potatoes and gravy with pork chops and sauerkraut and green beans with bacon in them.
Sauerkraut?
Sauerkraut.
So sauerkraut is on the menu for like the meal that you would eat every day?
I would eat that literally every day.
Wouldn't you be real gassy?
Probably. I'm gassy with any food that I eat. Once you hit that 35 year mark, your body just literally stops digesting food properly.
Oh my gosh, I have 8 months left. Keep it together, body.
It's like dairy, no. Gluten, no. It's gone. I mean, I've forever not been able to handle seafood. But
so who is preparing this meal? Like, is it a particular person that you've had
I can't prepare it. I've never made it for myself, but I grew up, that's what my grandparents made.
So your grandma then?
Yeah,
probably.
my grandma made it.
Okay.
We would go down there. Like, we live right next door, so we would just run down there and eat dinner real quick.
Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, where does the sauerkraut fit into this little shindig? Like, I don't understand.
I don't know. She made it. I loved it. And
didn't it just come in a bag?
I don't know. She like made it.
Hold on. She fermented it and everything. Like, did she have a cooler? I tried to do that one time.
I honestly cannot tell you how even the process goes because I've never had to make it.
Do you know what sauerkraut actually is?
Is it cabbage?
Okay. I just wasn't sure if you knew.
Like, I know it's fermented somehow. I just don't know how you do it.
You just throw it in a cooler. Like, you just shred it up. No, I don't know. Don't listen to me.
Do not listen to me.
Anyone know how to make me some sauerkraut?
I can't make it. No one in my family would eat it. But I have found that the barbecue place down like in Jeffersonville, they have a great sauerkraut.
Oh, Werner's?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. If you ever go there sometime. Some pork and sauerkraut on top, mashed potatoes. Best thing. It's either that or like Chipotle. Like, I could eat
Chipotle's good.
Like, anything with rice.
Yeah.
I eat all the time.
I prefer Qdoba to Chipotle, though. I don't even know if that's how you say it. Is it Qdoba or Quidoba or Qdoba? I don't know. Qdoba.
It's a very regional thing, depending on where you live. That's what you call it.
That they just had queso before Chipotle had queso, so that's where we would always go because cheese.
Yeah.
I know that you have to opt right out of that.
I have to opt. Yeah. That doesn't even sound pleasant for me.
All right. On to the next. We've talked about sauerkraut enough.
What? So over my sauerkraut.
Travel dreams. What's the best trip you've ever taken together? And where would you love to go next? Not us.
Yeah.
Like, leave that together out. Where's the next trip?
I think summer camp is the one thing that we've actually traveled together. A whole 40 minutes away.
But we do have fun there.
We do.
What's the best trip you've taken and where would you love to go next?
The best trip ever taken. I love all of our trips. I think our most recent trip, we went to Branson, Missouri, which sounds so dumb. Like Branson, Missouri, of all the places you can go in the world. But we had so much fun on that trip. It was so pretty out there. It was a lot different than like your Smoky Mountain trip that I feel like all Ohioans go. Like,
right.
If you live in Ohio, like, you either go to Destin or you go to Smoky Mountains. Like, those are like the two places people vacation. But since we kind of like went off the beaten path, went to Branson, there was just so many interesting things there. The golf carting through the mountains was like,
that would be cool.
It was just such a, like, you got to go through these caves. Yeah. Just the landscape was different. It was really cool. I
think that you're really good at like finding the things to do that aren't like necessarily just shopping or eating out too.
Yeah.
So I think that
because we don't enjoy like, I mean, we like enjoy eating out. Like, we do find the good food places, but like shopping is just not something on my top. And like just going to like all the places that tourists go, like that's not typically like, we like find those little hole in the wall. TikTok is a great place to find those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, TikTok.
Huh.
What about you guys?
Anna Maria Island,
yeah,
Florida. That like we went the first time we ever went. It was August of 2020. So people still weren't traveling and it was dead. And we flew into Sarasota and we Ubered to the island. It was like 45 minutes. And then we didn't even have a vehicle for the whole week. And we just rode they have free public transportation on the island. And we had an IGA like directly behind us. And we were across the street from the ocean. And it was like a triplex sort of place.
Yeah.
Is that a word? Let's not go there.
Let's not talk about words, okay?
I don't know if triplex. Anyway, it was a 3 duplex. It was a 3. There were 3 of them.
3 duplexes.
And they shared. No. It was not a duplex. That was the wrong word. It was like a apartment with like 3 little places.
So 3 apartments.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
We just got stuck on something. Anyway, these 3
apartment.
little places shared a pool. And the pool was so pretty. It was so nice. It was huge for only 3 little places. And so we were just...
You had it pretty much to yourself, right?
Yeah, and nobody else was there in that
awesome.
place. So it was like our own massive private pool. And we were just hopping back and forth, walking to the beach.
Yeah.
Walking to a restaurant. Actually, we did not. That was wrong. Walking back to the place because we only ate out a couple times because we just were having food delivered because a lot of places were
it was closed.
Yeah, because COVID was still funky. So
I remember being so upset. Not upset at you guys. You get to go, but our Destin trip got canceled because we weren't allowed to like physically leave the state of Ohio. Right. But then you guys like left a month later when restrictions lifted, and I was like, "Are you serious?"
But like even. We were able to get like a deal on this place that we never would have been able to get because of people. They're like, please come, please stay here. But that is probably the trip that I have the best memories of. I love all of our trips, but that one was just really, really nice. That's the best place.
So where are you guys wanting to go next? Do you want to go back to Anna Maria?
Oh yeah, I would go there every year. It's trying to find a place to stay that's affordable.
Right.
More than likely we'll end up at like. I don't know. It just depends.
Yeah.
But Florida, we like Florida.
Yeah.
So much. I like the beach. We just want to
golf.
Yeah. We just want to go sit at the beach all day. That's what we do. So.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the beach will be our next vacation. Not sure. We've talked about a cruise too. I've never been on one, so like I just want to like try it.
For you, that is the strangest thing because there are so many people on cruises. That blows my mind that you want to do that.
I don't know. I just want to experience it one time because people do all the time and like they think it's the best thing ever. But I'm also following the 9-month world cruise people right now. I don't know if you've heard about that. I can't believe you haven't heard me talk about this because it's like my own reality TV show. Follow these people. They're on a cruise for 9 months and they're traveling all 7 continents. It just sounds like an incredible experience.
Well, yeah, that sounds really nice. But are they like, how many people are on it?
It like varies. Like there's only like 300 of them, like 300 to 500 of them. They're actually doing the whole 9 months where like some people are just doing like legs of the trip, like 2 months of the trip or 2 weeks.
No, don't put me on a boat full of people. No, no, thank you. Which is weird because I really.
But they're really big, so maybe.
No, they're crowded though. Your rooms are so tiny. No, I am super anti-cruise until my kids are grown.
Which would be a huge plus for us.
Yeah, I think that would be nice. But also,
like, what's the one complaint that moms always have on vacation?
Is they don't get a break. So
like we're still doing all the things.
Yeah,
we literally just move our responsibilities to the beach.
Right.
But so it'd be nice to have like a night or two where you just have like date night.
Yeah, I'm for that idea.
Just sit in a hot tub.
For that idea. Totally against all the hundreds of other people in the same hot tub. I like my hot tubs in private. Hot tub in private.
You know, honestly though, we went to Destin for a conference. Oh gosh, this was right before COVID, and we stayed at like this like really kind of cheap hotel. Like it was not the nicest, but there was a tropical storm that was blowing in, and so like we went and sat out in the hot tub outside during this tropical storm with like 4 other couples. We didn't know any of them. They're all like from different walks of life. But we had like some of the best conversations. And by the end of that night, we were all convinced we were all going on cruises in 2020, which we now know never happened because COVID happened. But like I remember like, that night specifically because of all the fun conversations.
Yeah.
And a couple of them were drunk. And it was so funny.
Yeah.
So like I think I'm okay with groups of people in like small doses. But
yeah. Not for a week though. And totally surrounded. And the only escape would be like your tiny little dinky room where your kids are going to be too.
That'd be all right.
Anyways. Like torture to me. Sorry, we like rabbit holed that one.
What's your next question? What's the crazy challenges?
What's the craziest thing you've ever done?
Either together or individually.
I mean, I'd say the craziest thing we've ever done together is start a podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
Craziest thing.
Or working summer camp together. I don't know.
That's true.
Well, I said, hey, do you want to come do merch for me?
Yeah.
And you guys were like naive and we're like, yeah, sure. How hard can it be? 1 week into that experience.
So what would be the craziest thing you've ever done? Become a storm chaser?
No. How long are we gonna let this joke go? Craziest thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Because I am just not a risk taker.
Quit my job.
Oh, yeah, that's
that would
crazy.
be the craziest thing I've ever done. Quit my job that I worked at for almost 13 years and paid the bills.
I would say ours would be jumping into full-time ministry.
Yeah.
With a very small salary.
Yep. I'd say that would probably do it.
Yep. That sounds pretty crazy to me.
Yeah. That one's not a great one because it's kind of hard to think
Like, have you skydived or anything before?
I've gone parasailing, which is fun.
Oh, okay. I don't think I would do that.
I would do it again. It was cool.
Really?
Yeah. I've done the iFly place in Westchester.
Yeah.
Abby took my friend Abby took me for my birthday a couple years ago, and that was fun.
Was it?
So it's like a skydiving simulator. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot more to it than you think. It's not just falling.
You fall.
You don't even feel like you're falling. Like you're just being like blown, which is, I think that when you think about jumping out of an airplane or something, like you just think like you're just dropping, like you're falling, but really it's just so much air is like just
wind
propelling you.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's not necessarily.
I've seen those videos where people are like being slammed into the side of the like tank thing that you're in. I'm like, that was so me. I was like knocked out. My unconscious body is like like one of those like inflatable things you see on the side of the road.
Yes.
That's going on Instagram.
I think it's weird because like they have to grab you, the workers, they grab you, so they grab an arm and a leg, and you're just like I felt like a flying squirrel. You know how they spread out like
the secondhand embarrassment already just convinces me that is not something I'm ever gonna do.
It was interesting. It was fun. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was weird though. Like it's just a weird experience, right. Like to be, I don't know.
Just grabbed.
Yeah. Grabbed.
Oh man.
Okay. All right, Sarah.
What's a TV show or movie that you're embarrassed to admit that you love?
Guilty pleasure. What is your favorite? What's a TV show or movie you're embarrassed to admit you love? Yikes.
I mean, you don't really watch much TV, do you?
Not really. Yeah, I don't have much on this one.
Yeah. Like we watch shows, but it's usually just like to have something kind of in the background, like he's playing Minecraft and I'm editing photos or something. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
We liked Walking Dead.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good one.
We liked The Walking Dead too.
Yeah.
Would that be like a guilty pleasure?
I don't know, is it?
No. I would say that there was a stint when I was probably 19 that I did watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians a little bit.
Okay, I might
didn't
judge you on that one.
necessarily keep up with them, but I like kind of like just.
Okay, so on that, I Love is Blind.
Oh yeah, you started telling me about this one.
Now it's coming to me. Yeah, that's probably not something I would admit.
You told me about it, and I will say it got me interested, and I would watch that.
You
probably.
would?
No, who am I kidding? No, I would
never. I think you should watch one season of it.
I just don't sit
not
down
this
and watch
past
TV
season because it was terrible and totally just dumb. But
yeah,
the first one was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to watch TV, but like just see like that's something before had you told me about that I'd have been like, I might watch that.
Yeah.
But now I just don't.
I think when you first started doing real estate, I was like, yeah, have you seen Selling Sunset? You're like, no, that's not the kind of real estate I'm doing.
Yeah. And I actually did end up watching a few episodes. So Matt was on second shift during that time. Yeah. So like I sat down and turned it on and I just thought how far-fetched that was. And this show is not real.
It quickly went from selling real estate to just
the drama
of LA. But, you know.
Ooh, pet peeves.
Ooh.
What are some things that annoy you about each other?
About each other?
Dang.
Jeez.
You went for the throat.
ChatGPT.
Chat. Oh my goodness.
This is going to be our last question.
Okay. So, what are some things that annoy you? What annoys you about
each
me?
Other?
What do you get annoyed with me about?
I don't get annoyed at all. We're friends.
Oh, I just thought of one. My tardiness, my lateness annoys Sarah.
Our producer back here is shaking his head.
And I will say that that's understandable. Because I am late.
Yeah.
All the time. And if I'm not, then I got the time
wrong. But really in my like laid back personality, I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. You're like 10, 15, 30 minutes late.
The 30 minutes was unusual.
That was a little excessive, but that was getting coffee.
Is typically my max. Most of the time it's like 5.
It's because you're usually texting as you're pulling out of your driveway.
Yeah.
But you're about 15 minutes away, so.
Yeah.
So if you say I'm 15 minutes late, it's good.
Yeah. I think that truly, if we looked at it though, I would say 5 minutes is my average. I would say that the outliers would definitely be 30 minutes. I don't know if I've ever hit an hour late.
He's giving us eyes over here.
Stop it. But I am a late person, and you know, I never meant for it to get like that. But when I stopped having to punch a clock, like something inside of me was just like, freedom.
You're just like broken by the system, and now you're just like, you know what? I live my life.
Look, I spent I don't know how many years giving people occurrences, writing people up, firing people for their lateness. And let me just tell you, it was the thing that I cared the least about in the whole entire world.
Yeah.
Do you know that I've had to fire somebody for being 1 minute late about 30 times? So I'm sorry. Now you don't have a job anymore. You can show up, but you're a minute late. So no, I don't care. Like
the person's gonna find you and be like, "Do you remember firing me?"
I'll be like, "Yeah, I hated every second of it." Yeah.
Oh my
so
gosh.
That's what annoys you about me. I just spilled the beans on myself.
On yourself. Is there anything that I do that annoys you?
No, you're probably pretty perfect.
Oh. That's true. The fact that I do show up on time, does that annoy you?
You're actually early. Her earliness annoys me.
I'm a little too early sometimes.
One time she showed up and I was still like, I mean, because obviously
I was 20 minutes early.
And I'm like still getting dressed from the shower. I'm like, what are you doing here, Sarah?
I like timing things out. And I'm like, oh yeah, by the time I leave, order coffee, get to the coffee shop, get the coffee, drive, the 15 minutes to your house because you live out in the middle of nowhere. And I have to factor in like if I'm behind a tractor.
You factor that in because today I was late because I was late because of me.
Don't even start with the excuses.
But I text you. What did I say? I said, "Are you guys taking bets on how late I'll be?" Because my bet is 12 minutes.
You said 12. It was more like 16.
It was 15 because I got behind a slow person. So as I'm leaving my driveway and I'm texting you that, I factored it accordingly to the time it would be when but no, I got behind a slowpoke. A slowpoke.
Okay. Wilmington.
Right?
See, I count those random things for, in my process.
No.
Like, I factor in that Kava might not have my coffee ready when I get there. I factor in that I might get behind a tractor because we live in a rural community where that happens.
You operate at such a higher level than me.
So when everything goes perfectly, I'm 20 minutes early.
Which it did that time.
Kava was on it that day.
Oh my gosh.
I actually submitted my order. I'm like, you did.
Shut up. Was that our last one for this episode?
I think that was it. Yeah. I think we might continue this for our next
episode. Do part 2.
Yeah, part 2?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys here back next week.
See ya.